The history of horror owes a strange debt to Jewish culture. Often this debt is paid in fear, not respect. For centuries, anti-Semitism wove itself into the fabric of storytelling. Folklore twisted Jewish traditions into monstrous forms. The golem, a creature of clay animated by Kabbalah, became a symbol of dangerous, uncontrollable power. Blood libel, the horrific accusation that Jews used Christian blood in rituals, fueled stories of ritualistic murder and vampirism. These hateful myths found fertile ground in the genre's fascination with the unknown. Jewish mysticism, with its ancient texts and rituals, was easily distorted into something sinister. Outsiders, particularly those with distinct beliefs and practices, were often demonized in horror. This othering made Jewish communities particularly vulnerable to being cast as villains or victims in these tales. The legacy of this prejudice is long and damaging. It's crucial to understand these historical roots to fully grasp how Jewish characters have been portrayed in horror. By recognizing these harmful stereotypes, we can better appreciate the shift towards more nuanced and respectful representations in contemporary works. The journey from vilification to authentic representation is a testament to the evolving nature of storytelling itself. Classic horror often relied on harmful stereotypes of Jewish characters. These portrayals ranged from overtly villainous figures to seemingly benign roles that nonetheless reinforced negative perceptions. One persistent trope cast Jewish characters as mystical gatekeepers, possessing forbidden knowledge that could either help or hinder the protagonist. While seemingly less overtly malicious, this trope often played into anxieties about Jewish power and secrecy, further perpetuating harmful stereotypes. The golem, born from Jewish folklore, became a recurring monster. This hulking creature, often depicted as a mindless servant turned destructive, embodied fears of Jewish power and otherness. Films like The Golem, 1920, presented the creature as a tragic figure, but its image as a monstrous creation fueled existing prejudices. Similarly, the trope of the vengeful spirit, drawing on the horrors of the Holocaust, appeared in films like The Possession, 2012. While these films didn't explicitly identify the vengeful entity as Jewish, the subtext often drew upon historical trauma, exploiting it for horror. However, amidst these harmful representations, glimmers of positive portrayal emerged. Characters like Rabbi Merrick in The Exorcist, 1973, presented a compassionate figure utilizing Jewish faith to combat evil. These portrayals, though few and far between, offered a counterpoint to the prevailing negative stereotypes. They demonstrated the potential for depicting Jewish characters with depth and agency, even within the confines of classic horror's often limited scope. Modern horror is marked by a growing awareness of past injustices and a commitment to inclusivity. This shift is evident in the portrayal of Jewish characters, with a move away from harmful stereotypes towards more nuanced and diverse representations. Filmmakers and writers are engaging with Jewish identity in more complex ways, exploring themes of cultural identity, intergenerational trauma, and faith through a horror lens. One example is the film The Vigil, 2019, which follows a Jewish man grappling with his faith while performing a ritualistic vigil over a deceased community member. The film uses Jewish folklore and tradition to craft a chilling narrative while treating its Jewish protagonist with respect and authenticity. Similarly, the television series Los Spookies, 2019-present, features a Jewish Latino character who embraces his heritage while pursuing his passion for horror filmmaking. This shift towards inclusivity also extends to the creative side, with Jewish filmmakers and writers like Ari Aster, Hereditary, Midsummer, and Jordan Peele, Get Out Us, bringing fresh perspectives to the genre. These creators are utilizing the language of horror to explore social anxieties and challenge prejudices, offering a more critical and insightful look at the human condition. The horror genre has come a long way in its portrayal of Jewish characters. However, the journey towards genuine representation is far from over. While the industry has made strides in recognizing and dismantling harmful stereotypes, there's a continued need for vigilance and conscious effort to ensure that Jewish characters are portrayed with respect, depth, and authenticity. The future of Jewish representation in horror lies in moving beyond mere inclusion to actively seeking out and supporting Jewish voices within the genre. One crucial step is to create more opportunities for Jewish writers, directors, and actors to tell their stories. By providing platforms for diverse voices, the horror genre can tap into a wealth of untapped potential and offer fresh perspectives on fear, identity, and the human condition. Furthermore, it's essential to engage critically with existing works, acknowledging the harmful legacies of the past while celebrating the progress being made. Ultimately, the goal is to reach a point where Jewish characters in horror are no longer defined by their Jewishness, but are allowed to be complex, flawed, and relatable individuals whose cultural background enriches their stories without confining them to preconceived notions. By embracing diversity, challenging stereotypes, and amplifying marginalized voices, the horror genre can continue to evolve, offering a space for genuine representation and truly terrifying tales.